What's going on, friends? Howdy. Howdy, partners. Welcome. It's Friday. Woo, woo, woo. Whatever that means. Happy Groundhog Day. Okay, so we had Saturn going into Aquarius yesterday. Tomorrow we've got Jupiter. And then on Monday we got the Great Conjunction. Hope everybody's feeling this energy. I know I'm feeling it. There's some really interesting things that I'm feeling related to mission, intention. You know, where are we going? What are we doing? You know, what is it that we're contributing to the greater collective to, you know, really be a contribution, make a mark, have an impact? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? And what exactly does that mean to you? I mean, I've been really thinking about that. So I had some really interesting dreams last night, funny enough. And they were good dreams, really fun, good dreams. Lots of love in them. So I think there's something about, we're moving into a heart-centered space. So I pay a lot of attention to my dreams because I get a lot of downloads in my dreams. And so I think it's really important that we're really listening to the messages, you know, being aware of whatever messages we're receiving and then the impact that they're actually having on what information is being brought into our psyche. So, you know, being conscientious of what actually is what we're becoming conscious to, and then using that information to guide us, to help us really navigate our path. So if that is something that you are aware of, keep doing it. And if that is something that you are just coming into awareness of, keep practicing, okay? Either way, keep practicing. All right, so let's see. It's Friday. It's currently not raining right now. I did actually see in the horizon a little hint of blue. Not really right now, but I did see some of that earlier. I see a partial rainbow kind of coming through. So there is sun coming from somewhere. There must be rain over there. It's just a very faint rainbow. So cool. All right, you guys, let's see. Let's hear what the animals have to say. See what they're talking about on this glorious Friday, December the 18th, 2020. Trust the great mystery. Slow and steady wins the race. Co-create with spirit. All right, you guys. Trust the great mystery. So yesterday, the reading that I did was all about like moving in the direction of aligning yourself in what is your mission and really not getting caught up in the past, but continuing to move forward and forging ahead from what those limitations of whatever beliefs you've had, whatever constructs you've created for yourself that have really kept you in a particular way of being. And it was, you know, we're on this precipice, we're in this portal of moving forward and things changing, but I don't think it's 100% clear yet for a lot of us where it is that we're headed. So with this whale spirit here, I think, again, the message is to really trust the process, really trust in what is actually being manifested and just continue to do the work and ask spirit to be your guide. That did come out yesterday. So ask for guidance or whatever. Look for the guidance in your dreams. Look for the guidance in, you know, signs that might come to you. You might see, you know, something that shows up a few times, you know, in a couple day time period, and you're like, wow, that is a sign. Like, you know, I don't know, somebody might mention a particular book or an idea, or you might receive information that doesn't necessarily make sense in the moment, but it might resurface a few times, and then that becomes like some sort of symbolic reference to some sort of idea or thought or a book somebody might recommend to you, or something to that effect that is like, a sign. So look for the signs, listen to what your dreams are saying, take your time, continue to do the work, and trust the process. Okay, there you have it. There you go, folks. Let's see what the tarot has to say today. Where we're going with this. King of Wands, grounded, inspired, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, King of Cups, Justice, Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, wow, Moon, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, Page of Cups, Magician, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Strength, Wheel, High Priestess. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Holy fucking shit. Excuse my language, you guys. This is kind of crazy. All right, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana cards here. This is huge. There's something major that's happening. A major experience is on the horizon. We're moving in that direction. We're setting the intention. You're really getting clear and grounded in what it is that you do see for yourself, what it is, how to take action, how to be action oriented in a way that is grounded, action oriented in a way that you are grounded in your emotions. There's fast movement here. Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands. You're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you want. There's some things that need to be worked out. So you're getting really clear about how to take the action to move forward toward what it is that your mission is, what it is that's being called, what the call to action is for you. But you don't see it yet. There's a bit of a mystery here. There's some unknown energy that you're standing in. You don't know yet. But you're having the spiritual awakening. You're standing powerfully in a place where you're trusting the divine guidance and using your intuition to move you forward. That's what's happening. You are moving forward. You're standing, what is right here on the horizon is standing in this justice energy, Libra energy, standing very balanced, thoughtful, creative, just, integral, clear. But the opportunity is to be very clear in your action, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. But what's happening is you're getting really clear about how to take the action, what direction to go in, where are you headed. By being inspired and grounded emotionally is what is then allowing for you to have the clarity to move in the direction that is balanced and in alignment with the mission, with the call to action. But you don't know yet. And that, I think, what is happening is that we're going through this portal. We've got, the solstice coming up. We have Jupiter and Saturn coming into conjunction at 0 degrees. This is about expansion. This is about energy speeding up. You can look on your chart, if this is something that interests you, where Aquarius is in your chart to see, what that is actually going to feel like for you. So for me, I actually have my Aquarius is in my 4th house, which is Cancer. Cancer is the moon. So the moon is right here. Aquarius. So for me in particular, I also have Jupiter and Cancer. So it's about expansion in my home, in my experience, expanding my home, my life, my living. Maybe I'm going to be moving. Maybe I'm going to be moving into a bigger space. I mean, that is something that I've definitely talked about a lot lately, but it's more about expanding what it is that I think is like the experience of my life. Okay, so yeah, I think what you are manifesting right now is a little, there's this desire, you have this heart centered, your heart is desiring manifestation, and you're a little confused on what exactly that's bringing, because you don't necessarily see it tangibly yet, but it's coming together. It is in this space of really being orchestrated. And so as you continue to awaken to what that is, it's really going to be important that you stay grounded in this shift and change that you're going through, and trust your intuition that you are moving in the direction of your mission, of your calling. Because at the end of the day, it's going to prove to be very fruitful, very Nine of Pentacles. I mean, that's really a card of like abundant, financial, tangible abundance. And, I think there is some fear about you not 100% knowing about, there is some fear about standing in your convictions, wanting to stand in your convictions in order to get what it is that you're creating that you want. But there's some fear about by doing that, what does that actually mean for, that might have an impact. So that might, you might have really solid beliefs about what you want. You might have some fear about how that might have an effect on the world around you. Okay? Or maybe not completely there might be fear that you're not completely clear about what that is, and that is actually having an impact on you actually then creating and manifesting what it is you want. There's a little confusion. There's a little confusion there. So I think it's really important that you keep standing powerfully in what it is that you believe are your convictions, what it is that you think. Start writing things down. Start actually spending time working through what it is that you do clearly see is your intention. That could be related to what is your calling, okay? Because you're in this space by getting clear. It becomes then you start getting in action, okay? Ten of Pentacles is right there. Yeah, Five of Wands, conflict around that. Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Devil. Okay. There might be some conflicting messages that you have internally or externally about what does it really mean to be grounded in your home, in your life, in your family. There might have been messages that you received that around what it is that you are capable of. And now you're learning some new things about what it is that you're capable of. Do you see what the both sides of that coin? This and that are true. I did that. That's been coming up a lot lately. This and that are true idea. That it's important to really be clear about what is your truth, and also really, without it being a righteousness thing, but having it be really in alignment with what it is that you are trusting in your intuition. What feelings get evoked when you think about what it is you're called, what your mission is here to be called to do. And there could be some karmic energy that has been in the space that has kept you from really addressing what needs to be removed from your life in order for you to actually be enlightened, for you to actually move in that direction. Because you are really standing in a space of grounded, tangible creativity. I mean, you are really orchestrating something really nice for yourself, something really beautiful, really enlightened in a way this is huge. Like, this is happening. You've created this. You've done the work to create this space to really get what you want in your life, to create this experience that's going to really be big. This is the no more playing small outcome. This is when you go all in. This is when you really do the work. This is when you start to play big. This is when you're like, go big or go home. This is you going big. Because there's the going home part, it's not an option. There's no going back. As we go forward, there's no going back. Something has already changed that is now going to keep you from actually ever going back. People have said to me, what if you reopened your store and made it a vegan store? What if you did something, what if you went back to cannolis? What if you went back to opening your business and changing your model? There's no going back. There's no going back. I already made the commitment to move forward in my life and to build a new platform on what I stand for. And that's no longer exploiting animals to make money. It's no longer supporting anything that isn't in alignment with me moving to neutralizing my carbon footprint. Have I completely worked that out? Heck no. But it is definitely something that I'm working through to move into that direction. And I think having a storefront has been great. It has created a huge experience, understanding for me to know how to run a business, to stand in my power, to see what I'm capable of. It has been an incubator space for me to really learn some things about myself that I can now take and expand on in this Jupiter energy, in this expansion, in this growth and expansion space. There's no going back. There's only going forward, okay? So, how does that look for you? What does that experience feel like? What does it evoke internally when you think about playing big? You might not necessarily have it completely fleshed out. Like I said, I play around with different ideas. I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue to create my YouTube, platform, which is something that I feel very passionate about. But, there's other things that I want to look at how to create reform around various, policies, just all kinds of things that come up for me, like looking at animal agriculture, looking at, social policies related to economic reform, related to equity and inclusion. And, those are just some of the ideas that I've had. I also have thought for many years about going and getting my PhD. I do have a master's degree, but I've always thought about what would it be like to go and get a PhD and actually really do some research, because research is one of my favorite things to do. So how then would I incorporate that into my life? How would I relate that to really having using what I'm learning around divination and spirituality, and how could I incorporate something like that into some sort of academic experience? I mean, there's all kinds of things. I love being a student. I love teaching other people things. Whatever it is, that comes to mind for me when I think about where am I going? What am I doing? What are my options? And how does that really take shape in terms of what is my mission? So, kind of playing around with those ideas, like, for yourself, where exactly is it that you are headed related to what exactly have you declared as your mission, okay? My mission is to create a space where we're talking about human evolution, evolving humanity into the best versions of themselves that is related to addressing, truthful, integral, and just ways of living on the planet, addressing isms from, the gamut, and living in a space that is collectively harmonious. So what is it that you really, and you can look at things like, where's your North Node on your chart? Mine's in Libra in the 11th house, which is all about balance and justice in a humanitarian way. So for me, it's like taking that idea and actually making it how do I create structure around that as my mission? How do I create a world for myself to live in related to that actually then gives me the opportunity to contribute to the greater good and makes it possible for me to be able to pay my bills? Because that is a tangible piece of this. You have to be able to receive abundance. You don't have to, I'm not communicating this very clearly. When you're living your mission, when you're doing the work that pulls for you, you will inadvertently receive. Okay, you will receive, you will experience abundance as a result of that. Okay. All right. So I hope that this reading resonated for you guys. Happy Friday. Tomorrow I think I'm going to do a Jupiter into Aquarius reading, and of course I'm going to do a great conjunction one as well. So, all right, you guys, have a good rest of your day. I hope this reading resonated. Please give me a thumbs up below if you like the content that I am creating. Go forward with intention. Get clear about what your mission is. Stand in your power. Live your truth. All that jazz. All right, you guys, have a good rest of the day. I'll see you soon. Ciao.